what I want to do is I want to put that list together, and I'm actually working with Tom DeLay, our friend, former majority leader, to put together, and he was one that was instrumental back with Newt Gingrich to get the original contract with America. What if we put a list of what we want? Energy independence and opening the Keystone Pipeline, making sure we've got the right to bear arms, making sure that we work for a balanced budget, something nobody's talking about, beginning with disarming the enemies of America and Israel. And I don't know, one of the Freedom Caucus members came up with the idea of abolishing the Department of Education. That seems like a fantastic idea. So what if we put a list together and we ask the new coming freshmen to say, listen, if you came here, not for perks, not for privileges, but if you came here to adhere to the principles of the Republican Party, to adhere to the platform, which is excellent when it comes to standing for biblical values, if you came here for that, then let's put a list together upon which we all agree and say, if you want our vote for leadership, the first vote we're going to cast is who's going to be speaker, who's going to be majority leader, majority whip. And if you don't agree to the principles of this party, these issues like a federal heartbeat bill, like protecting our religious liberty, like energy independence, like securing our border, if you don't agree to that, then you don't get our vote. And I think that's the first vote we need to cast, is one that makes those in leadership agree to bringing these issues to the floor for a vote, for a full and fair hearing of the bills in the committee, but a full floor vote this session. And I think that's a very reasonable request, and it's one that's going to alter what happens in every single, I mean, you know this, every single Republican-controlled majority. You know what happens? They promise, we're going to defund Planned Parenthood. We're going to repeal Obamacare. We're going to stop the steal and bring in and fight the voter crime. And they never do. This is a way to bypass all the rhino obstruction and say, this is the promise we want you to make up front. And if you don't keep your promise, there are mechanisms to replace these members of leadership